Okay, so Facebook. Oh my gosh, I want to see how many times I said Facebook in the last month. I want to see how many times I said Facebook in a good way and in a bad way in the last month. Anyway, Facebook has canceled the Rift 2 right before production. And I saw all these videos about it and it got me thinking, does this really matter for VR? And is this better for gamers or better for more company use? How's it going, everybody? My name's Evolve, and today we're talking about how Facebook has canceled the Rift 2 right before production. They came out with the Rift in 2018 along with the Quest, before it had link functionality, and everybody got a Rift 2 thinking they could use it with their PC. Then they made the Quest possible to use with your PC too, so then they kind of gave up on the Rift. So in this video, I'm going to tell you how we know the Rift 2 has been canceled, if Facebook is to blame, and finally, will it really affect the future? Because it might not affect the future at all, or it might destroy the future of VR. And then finally, I'll give you my own thoughts about this as a VR gamer. I'm gonna need you to like and subscribe and hit the bell. And if you're not convinced to subscribe by just be telling you, go to the link in the description. It should just say, don't forget to sub. Click that link and that'll bring you somewhere where hopefully there I can convince you. Or hit the card right here to go to that. And let's see what Facebook has done this time. So first, how we know the Rift 2 is canceled. On April 5th, 2021, the founder of Oculus and Rift inventor, Palmer Luckey, said that he can imagine a world where the Rift 2 didn't drop right before production. Well, unluckily for him, okay, I'm sorry for that one. That was just bad. The Rift 2 was dropped right before launch. He also said that the Rift 2 was quote-unquote canceled in favor of a much lower spec Lenovo rebate. Luckey's tweet matched up with a Tech Rush report from 2018 that said Facebook canceled the Rift 2 headset. Then it was leaked a year later that there was 2 other potential VR headsets that ended up never happening. The lower spec headset that Luckey was referring to was most likely the Rift 2, because it was made in collaboration with Lenovo. And it was stated that Facebook restocked parts for the Rift S, but nothing extra. I believe that Luckey thinks that the Rift 2 is cancelled in favor of the Rift S because the Rift S has been getting a lot of small updates lately. And why are you gonna update a headset if you're gonna make a whole new one? You know what I mean? It was pretty unlucky of you to sell the company to Facebook. Okay, I'm sorry, that won't happen again. Now, why the headset was cancelled. Like I said, Luckey thinks the Rift 2 is cancelled because Facebook was favoring the Rift S, but in reality, I think it's because Facebook is favoring Quest. There's evidence of Facebook favoring Quest everywhere, from all the updates for Quest, like hand tracking and link compatibility, to Facebook actually making a Quest successor to the Quest 2. Companies go where the money goes. Companies go where the money goes, and the money's in the Quest, so that's unfortunately where Facebook is gonna stay. Unfortunately, for me at least, and I'll get into that more later. The real people who should be annoyed by this is the people who bought a Rift back in the day, because they wanted to use it with their PC, and you couldn't use the Quest with your PC. And then Facebook comes along and just drops the link compatibility. And the lack of updates and major improvements for the Rift S have been pretty rough, I have to admit. To be honest, I knew it was it for the Rift when I saw the Quest sales and link functionality. And Facebook Reality Labs vice president said that this is what they wanted to happen from the beginning. So for all the Rift S owners out there, I really just want to say, I'm sorry. And finally, does this have any effect on us, the consumers? Well, yes, again, for anyone who bought a Rift S back in the day, thinking it would get updates and continue to improve. But for the other percent of us, no, not really. Most consumers like Quest, and Facebook likes Quest because that's where all the consumers are and that's where all the money is. So is there really a problem still? But the reality is most people don't have a cutting-edge PC, and most people would prefer an all-in-one. Okay, I'm gonna get a little hypothetical here. But VR has started with gaming, but I think VR will evolve past gaming. Speaking of evolve, why don't you go down below and hit that subscribe button and that like button? VR started with gaming, but I think VR will evolve past that because of not needing a PC to play. You don't need to be a VR enthusiast or a gamer to get into VR anymore, because most non-gamers don't pipe thousands of dollars into a PC and another $600 or $700 on a headset. You only need $300. And with that, non-gamers are gonna get into VR as well. And non-gamers are gonna see different ways to use the tech in something, whether it's learning how to fix a car or learn how to play the piano or literally anything. That's literally all I can come up with as a gamer, but I can see how a business owner or a company owner or anybody could come up with different ideas for this tech. But the only people who will suffer from this are the gamers. The gamers who care about every single pixel and every single frame. Me personally, I do wish the Rift 2 was a thing, because there seems to be no PC VR headset coming out in the future, and this may be the end of PC VR. Valve seems to be going to standalone, HTC's going to standalone, and I know Facebook is going to stay in standalone. And PC VR is really good VR, with standalone being the worst one right now. So with no PC VR, gamers will suffer. So sad. Gamers don't want a $300 headset that's run by a mobile chip. They want their 3090 and their Ryzen 9 running their VR games. So in my opinion, I think This might be good for VR, but I don't like the way Facebook handled it. Facebook isn't doing it because it's good for VR. They're doing it because they just want more money. Anyway, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This video was really fun to make, like most of my videos. If you realize my name's Evolve too. You know, evolve. We should all evolve. That's why I named it Evolve. Evolution. All the time. We must evolve. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subbed already and you're not convinced, like I said, go to the link in the description, click don't forget to sub, and there I'll convince you to subscribe. That'll bring you to my channel page, and there, trust me, hopefully I can get you to subscribe. Unless you're watching mobile, actually, now that I think about it, unless you're watching mobile, I don't think it'll work. Maybe just go back in the video and click that little eye thing in the corner. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, it really helps me out, and you can always unsubscribe whenever you want. This has been Evolve, and thanks for watching.
I love you.
Subscribe.